As always, this page came to life very organically. I just listened to what my heart had to say and take it from there. I see it as a spark that needs to be enlightened while I create. By now, I know exactly what to do to light that spark when I start creating. My favorite way is to go through my scrap pile and glue things down. It's a great foundation for whatever comes next. I like to use Mod Podge because it's very easy to use and it dries very fast. I clustered the scrap pieces on either side of the page so that in the end it all looks very balanced. A layer of gesso will make the base of this page even stronger. I like to spread it out evenly with a paintbrush or a palette knife and then wipe away the parts that are too heavy with a baby wipe. The pages of this dilutions journal don't hold up very well with liquid mediums, so I always like to add a thin layer of gesso, just in case I want to use watercolors or ink. I used a blue dry pastel to create my first colored layer of my background. I just scribbled some random marks on either side of the page and then blended it out with a little bit of gesso. I think it gives a very nice and soft look. For my next layer, I'm using the Wildflower Bouquet stencil, designed by Wendy Brightbill from StencilGirl, with my favorite paint color, Titan Mars Deep. I made sure that there wasn't too much paint on my ink dabber, because I don't like it when my paint runs out under the stencil. In the end, this layer gets covered up a lot, but you will see some parts of it peeking through the background, if you look very close. I really love doing this lately, when I'm using a lot of white on the foreground. I think it gives such a nice little extra piece of texture. I wanted to create some more texture on the background, so I stamped a vintage lettering stamp on the tea bag, which is my absolute favorite thing to do. And I'm placing them on the collage cluster so it all blends in a little more. Now I watered down some Persian blue, which I can pronounce, and I tried to use it as a sort of watercolor. But it did not really work out the way I wanted to. So I tried to fix it a little bit with gesso and acrylics, which you'll see in a bit, but I wasn't so confident about the outcome. And at that stage, I was reminded to always trust the process. Every page has a few ugly stages, and that's okay. As long as you keep moving forward, everything will be fine. So here you see me trying to fix the parts that I didn't like. First I softened the edges of the collage part with some gesso. I'm adding some more color to the page by using this bluish green color. I always love how these colors work together, so I thought it would help me saving this page. Finger painting is so relaxing and it blends your paint really well. And to be honest, don't we all want to feel like a child again sometimes? I applied a greenish blue to the corners for a more cohesive look, and at this point I really started to gain back my confidence about this page. Gold is another color that works really well with the dark and greenish blue. So I grabbed my palette knife and spread it across the page. You can see how the light stenciling on the background still peeks through, just how I like it. Now I'm grabbing the bouquet greenery stencil that's also designed by Wendy Brightbill, and I'm stenciling it with a white acrylic on both sides of the page. I like to use a light color so that the stencil blends in with the background very nicely. Then I'm grabbing my Amsterdam gold ink and splatter it around with my paintbrush. I'm really obsessed with ink splatters in my journal because I feel like it gives such a nice look to the page. Mixing up the remains of my watered down Parisian blue acrylic with a bit of modeling paste. To create a colored modeling paste, you have to mix it really well with your acrylics. I'm using that blue modeling paste on the bouquet greenery stencil again, so it will give me some nice little layers of the leaves. Here I'm playing a little bit with the placing, because I really liked the way the white leaves looked with the background. So I ended up placing the stencil on the left upper corner so it wouldn't take away the beautiful cluster that was going on the bottom. Now I just took some gesso and covered up some things that really bothered my eyes. This page felt really balanced to me, as how it looks and how the process was for making it. So I decided to write down the word balance and glued it down by making a little cluster of fabric and a tea bag. It was definitely a process with some highs and lows. I really liked how it turned out, even though I wasn't so sure about it in the beginning. I'm glad I kept going and followed my heart. I hope you enjoyed seeing my process and listening to my non-English voice. Let me know if you liked this video. Until next time, bye!